right, here we go. Ras Kass. Welcome to VladTV.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we've done interviews back when I was doing DVDs back in the day, but this is our first official VladTV interview.
Real live TV. Well, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, listen, man, we got a legend in the building right now. We got one of the great lyricists. Someone that really kind of, put West Coast lyricism on the map. And hasn't always gotten the props that he deserves, but definitely has some classic songs out there.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hey, well deserved, man. Well deserved. All right, so let's start from the beginning. You actually grew up in Watts.
Yeah, I grew up in Watts. Went to school in Watts until middle of the 7th grade, and then I started going to school in Carson. But I always lived in Carson. My grandmother lived in Watts, so parents would drop us off as they commuted to work.
You've always identified with Carson, it seems.
Yeah, well, I lived there. I lived there, but I didn't socialize there until, like I said, like middle of the 7th grade. That's why I was always like C. Arson, but Watts baby, two different worlds. So I tried to glue those both together because, my dog years, I would say, was in Carson, but my formative just running around, developing a personality, was still Watts. So, like Spider Loke lived down the street from me, like literally from my grandmama's house. We all grew up together, and it was the best of both worlds. Like I said, I ended up really developing my rhyming in Carson, and we got a homie that died a long time ago, Kalani, rest in peace. Shouts out to Divine Styler and all them. He was the first person that actually really kind of believed in me rhyming when I was like 14, 15.
Okay. Now, your dad was actually a cop.
Pig. No, I'm just kidding.
with LAPD.
Yeah, my pops was Harbor Division, which is Harbor Division is like Long Beach over that way. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did you grow up with your dad or not really?
Yeah. I don't have them sad ass stories like the rest of these niggas.
Okay. Okay. So
no. I had a pretty adjusted life. My pops and mom's was married. Pops left. He left a divorce when I was 12. So, yeah. I mean, he was around. I just didn't like him. so
because
he was an asshole like me. So I ended up knowing myself in the future. So I was I didn't like my father. I mean, I'll say that now. I love the guy. I don't think my kids like me either. My sons don't like me that much. It's just how that shit go, bro. No, he was a dick. He was an opinionated dick. He was a Marine. He was a police officer, and I wasn't. And that probably has something to do with my mom being a lot more liberal. And I would say it had something to do with his point of view. Him coming from the 60s and, you work hard and don't be a thug. And I'm like, I'm not a thug. Hip hop is obviously a factor in life. And he associated that dress code just like any other outsider would as being thug shit. And so we came to a disagreement from the beginning.
You had talked about an incident where your dad said that you dress like a suspect and you told him that he sucks white people's dicks.
I didn't say that to his face. That's what I thought. So basically my father, he was still in the house. I had to be like 11, 12 at the most. But I remember he was saying, he breaks down what a suspect looks like. So he's like, a suspect is between ages of 14 and 24, black or Latino, they dress with their pants hanging down, they wear these hats. And I just kind of looked at myself, I was like, sounds like me. Like, what does that mean? And in my brain, yeah, sucks white people's dicks. But he would have fucked me up. My dad's a 6-foot Marine. I still don't got no wins with that guy. And he shoots guns really good. So, nah. But yeah, that's in my brain, that's what I thought. And from there, that's when I rebelled, to be perfectly honest. For some funny backstory, that's what Miami life is actually about. I'm really just saying fuck my dad. I had daddy issues. It's hilarious. Yeah.